Do you want to decide where your money goes in the event of death? Or do you want the guys and girls in suits as part of the Super Fund Trustees to make the decision for you? I'm talking today about life insurance in superannuation and whether you want the control or whether you're happy to hand over the control to somebody else. I'm Macdonald from Fairway Financial Advice, and this is part of my Top Tips series. In an earlier film on death and taxes, where we looked at life insurance inside superannuation, and we talked about money passing to beneficiaries in the event of somebody passing away. So a bit of jargon here. In that earlier one, I talked about a binding death benefit nomination. So what's the difference between binding and non-binding? With superannuation and insurance through super, you can nominate that I would prefer my money to go to this person. Maybe it's a spouse, partner. And a lot of the times, the trustee is likely to agree with you that that's where the money should go. But what if you don't want the trustee involved? Well, that's where you may be able to make through your super fund a binding nomination where you take ownership, you take control of that, and you say, this is what I want to have happen, and have some more certainty that that's what's going to happen at the time of a claim. So the significance of that can be maybe a previous relationship where you're wanting to protect money from going in different directions in the event of you not being around, and you could make that binding nomination. If you don't make the binding nomination, then perhaps it can be challenged from somewhere else, and the trustees might say, yeah, we think that that person actually is entitled to some of that. So superannuation can sit beside an estate. So in an estate where you see a solicitor, you do your will, that can direct money and give you protection. Superannuation can pay to the estate, but you can also pay directly to people and bypass the estate. So they work together, and it's important to have both right and both reflecting each other and complementary of each other. So binding nominations can be a bit of a sleeper. It's really easy to do. It is important that it's witnessed by two independent people over 18, not people receiving the funds. So you need to talk to your advisor, talk to us, and make sure you've got your binding nomination, or consider a binding nomination. It's not always appropriate. Sometimes we'll say, if you want money to pass to a non-financial dependent, then we might say own your insurance personally, as opposed to, which is popular these days, owning your life insurance through your super. Bit more tax effective. Watch the other film on that one. So there's different ways to do it, but one, you can have more control, and the other is you can hand off the control and hope for the best. So if you've got any questions, shoot me a message, give us a call, send us an email, and I hope you got some value and you look at your statement and find out, is it binding or not binding? Go and check it out and let us know and see if we can help. All the best.